Everybody, and welcome to Parallel Projections 4. So in this drawing I've done some of the basic setup to keep the question a bit shorter. So I put in my XY line, which is our ground line it represents, the YY, which would be the edges of the vertical planes, and I've also done a bit of labeling. I've also basically started my isometric there, which will be a sketch in today's drawing, and the oblique, I just have it started there and it's at a scale of 1:2. Very important in drawing, folks. If you're doing a scale, you must identify what the ratio of that scale. Okay, so we'll kick off there and we'll do the orthographic first over here on the left hand side, and this of course is our most traditional way that we draw objects. Okay, so of my elevation in view, I'm going to do my plan down here. Remember, our plan is what the object looks like when you are looking straight down on top of it. And you can put in this 45-degree line to save you measuring. Now there's one other width we'll need there. And the crates, by the way, for today are, you can see the max measurement in the question. It's 52 high, it's 52 wide, and it's 76 in length. Okay, so once you've them drawn in, I just drew them in lightly first, then we'll go along and get our heavy lines. Now that we've the construction line set up for this, we can go now and start to draw them in a bit heavier. And that is our orthographic finished for that. Now remember, when you have your plan view here, and we'll just label that as well actually. When we have our plan view, in order to see that plan view, you would have to be looking directly down on top of it. So if you can imagine the Lego man flying over there looking down, that is exactly what they would see. The same as to see this view, the Lego man would be looking in this way from plan. If he looked in there, this is the outline of the object that he would see. And for the in view, he would be standing over here. He looks in there, and that is the in view I am projecting from looking in that way. So we'll come back and color that in after a while. We might just go first and we'll do the isometric sketch next. Now remember, if I call these lines 1, 2, 3 as usual, all lines should be parallel to these lines, and you can use a pencil to help you kind of guide your lines to check to see if they're off. Okay, and when I slide it over here to the right, you'll see that line is off a bit. So I don't use it as a ruler, I just use it kind of as a guide, and then I can go back and fix it. Now you may not need to use this, and if you don't, well and good. After that then, you can use your fingers well to divide it up if you need to. So we know halfway up the object, there's another piece on the top. So if you want to space out like that, you can. And so now we have our isometric sketched in and colored, and we have our orthographic as well. Okay, so you need to be really thinking about those. Of course, you know, the Lego person is looking in there, okay, to see the end view as such. So he could be standing here in plan as one possible place to see that. And to see the elevation, looking straight in that way. And you can imagine yourself looking straight in at that object there. You know, that is what you would see. So our orthographic and isometric. Now we'll just finish out the oblique, and remember in today's question you're asked to scale it 1:2, which means you're halving all the sizes. And the only set square you want for this then is the 45 degree. Now it can go off to the left or right as we said before, but we'll just keep it going to the left here to make it nice and handy for today. And we're halving all the measurements. So half of 76 is 38, half of 52 is 26. And we need half of that again, of course, after a bit. This guy up here was 50, so half of him would be 25. And we'll set up our grid pattern now. So that's it, folks. Our orthographic there, isometric and oblique at a scale of 1:2. So I hope you found that useful. More videos to come. Take care, folks, and stay safe.